Man, what a long day. Let's see what's been going on in YouTube. Huh. It seems pretty cool. I wonder if... Wait. No! What's up, guys? I'm Binx, and welcome to my little corner of the internet. If you can't tell, I've kind of had a big change happen since my last storytime video. And... yeah... a few months. Summer's been interesting, but yeah, I made a lot of changes. I've been looking into stuff, and here we are now. So back to what this video is about. I've been looking at a lot of like redesigning character videos as of late, and they honestly are really interesting to me, and being able to see how to like recreate characters in a way that may improve or just show like someone else's interpretation. And with that, I thought, well, damn, maybe I can have my hand at that. Plus, it also keeps me busy as I try to recover mentally from my first year of college. I'll probably get to that another time. Anyway, today I'm going to be redesigning some characters from one of the core parts of my childhood, Monster High. There's been plenty of renditions of the characters over the years. And with the latest update of the characters, their designs are rather interesting. Like, I understand it's a kid's show, but I am pretty sure nobody dresses like that. Especially children. Hey guys, this is a bit that I'm adding in after editing. So I kind of realized after kind of like reminiscing on some of the episodes of the Gen 3 I actually watched, and kind of like looking into like their clothing a little bit and stuff like that, I kind of had the self-realization that this is for a different generation, and the show is for kids, so that way they'd be interested in buying their products / dolls. So kind of realizing that, it was like a big oops on my end. And I mean, with the new show too, they kind of try to implicate like some new stuff that's actually like really nice to see, or stuff that's like really interesting to see. Like, they put a whole new spin on Monster High instead of like kind of like going over the same stuff, except like making major changes to the story as well. So I guess it's kind of like they were trying to reflavor it, which I mean isn't too bad. Although I think I still would prefer maybe seeing something for like an older audience as well. Hence why I'm making this video. So yeah, just getting that cleared up real quick. Anyway, now we got that cleared up, let's get back onto the video, shall we? And this, of course, led to a lot of people trying to either redesign them or recreate them entirely to their own vision. And on that note, I'm going to be recreating them. Oh, jeez, this is going to be fun. But yeah, I'm going to be going ahead and recreating them as my own interpretation of the franchise as a whole, and what I think the show would look like if it was actually for an older audience. By the way, this is not me saying that the company that made Monster High, Mattel, should change these certain aspects of the show, or at least the recent one. This is just my interpretation. I am going to put this out here now, so please keep it in mind. This is more for an older audience, not for a younger audience. So, children can keep their show, but I still want to make an interpretation for an older audience like me, who's in college. Now then, now that I got that disclaimer out of the way, we're going to be starting with one of my favorite characters from this franchise growing up, Clawdeen Wolf. Why she's my favorite character? Y'all probably already know. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so right off the bat, I knew immediately that I wanted to give Clawdeen a more confident, big sisterly kind of vibe that she had in her Gen 1 design, rather than kind of I don't even know how to describe her Gen 3 design, to be completely honest. And I knew I wanted to make her more like a wolf as well, rather than kind of like more of a humanoid kind of design. A lot of them kind of have like almost like same face kind of syndrome. And I guess like this is a way to just move her face shape completely in a different direction. Now, with her being a fashion designer, I thought it'd actually be really cool if maybe she had like glasses, so that way she can focus on little details in her clothing designs, as well as maybe like with her only having night vision, maybe during the day it's harder for her to see. So she has these tinted kind of glasses that makes it easier for her to be able to see things. I thought that would be a really fun idea. And I kind of wanted to give her a more relaxed kind of outfit too, giving her like baggy pants with ripped holes, I guess, at the knees. Kind of like allowing, there we go. Kind of allowing her to have more movement with her legs, because I did decide to give her bipedal legs. Like she legit is stuck in her transformed state as a werewolf. And for her colors, I actually wanted to give her her original colors, but then I decided, why not make her a red timber wolf? Those are really cool, and they're an actual wolf species in the United States. Why not? It's a recreation, right? So yeah, I decided to give her a more red wolf kind of color palette, as well as also kind of like leaning into more of her Gen 1 design when it comes to clothes. Like I wanted at first her top to be pink, so that way it kind of like had a little nod to Gen 1, but then I kind of just scrapped it and decided to go for the opposing route with her I'd say it's like a cardigan, I think? Yeah, I'll call her a cardigan, but like her cardigan being pink and her top being purple with white stripes. I felt like this added in a little bit of busyness of her old design and kind of giving a nod to that, but also kind of like making it more simplified at the same time so it isn't too busy. And as you can see, I also added in some gold jewelry and glasses because I figured she might be allergic to silver. Considering the fact she is a werewolf, and in folklore, they are allergic to silver in some way. Like it could actually kill them if they touch it. Oh my goodness. I swear, there's like people opening and closing their doors loudly. But yeah, that's Clawdeen. And we're on to Draculara. Alrighty. So I didn't exactly know at first what I wanted to do with Draculara. Like, out of all the characters that I did, she was the hardest one to design, weirdly enough. But I don't know. Like, I felt like she definitely would fit like the lovecore gothic Lolita kind of style. So I just kind of like mashed those together as I was going along. And I also wanted to make her a little bit more plus size. I've seen a lot of people do that, and I saw the Gen 3 do that, and I thought that was a really nice nod to like give some body diversity and stuff. So I thought, you know what? We'll go with it. We'll go with it. But although I'm kind of sad because her outfit and how I have her posed doesn't really show that as well, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. I can live with it. But yeah, I made sure to incorporate like a lot of like lovecore kind of stuff because I mean, she was born on Valentine's Day. Let's be real. She was born on Valentine's Day. She was a February girl. She probably is like really big into romance and stuff. Like I would see her 100% looking through like a lot of fanfics or shoot, even like romance novels. So I thought that would be a really fun idea. And with that in mind, I thought actually that she would actually either be like a writing major, so she would become an author herself, or I leaned a little bit into a history major because she is a vampire and might know a lot about history, and maybe we want to teach it to kids or something. But I felt like it wasn't really the best idea because I felt like it didn't really suit her as well. So I think maybe like a writing major so that way she become a romance author would be really good. Now, with her personality, I felt like maybe like leaning into like maybe she's a little bit insecure about herself like she was in the Gen 1 would actually be really good. Like maybe she would look to Clawdeen for like fashion advice and help with kind of like dealing with her emotions and stuff, because looking back at the Gen 1 to 2, she did have a previous relationship with Valentine. Yes, he named a holiday after himself. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, you could probably tell how that relationship went, but I could see maybe it led her to not really knowing how relationships actually work, so she would look a lot into romance novels and idealize what she wanted in a relationship, but it would be hard for her to keep one, I think, A, because she's a vampire and she lives a lot longer, and B, maybe she idealizes it so much that maybe she sees the world through rose-colored glasses and doesn't actually see what lies underneath. And with that in mind, I think this would actually be like a really good character development for her, and that maybe over time with the help of her friends, especially Clawdeen, that maybe she can learn what like actual love and relationships actually are, and that they take like time and work in order to do so. So back to the design, I definitely went a little bit more on the busy route, but I was still really happy with it. But yeah, that's Draculara, and now we're going to Frankie. So for Frankie, I really wanted to lean into that they were just created and they have all this knowledge that they got from their creators, like they implanted it into their mind so that maybe they would become the perfect human being or something like that, or at least like a kind of like a test subject, although that sounds kind of messed up, so I might scratch that later. But I think it would be really interesting if their creators didn't actually give them emotions or any concept of like relationships or identity or anything like that, and that maybe they wanted to give them an experience of that in a more college-like setting, so they just decided to be like, hey, we're gonna put you in college so that way you can learn this stuff yourself. And of course, like, they were just created, so they were just like, okay, that's cool. But yeah, I feel like this would be like really good if they learned how to be able to be human. Like, they have all this knowledge so they'd be able to help out their friends, but in return, they would then be able to understand human emotions and relationships and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go that kind of route. So for the design, I definitely wanted to give more like a gender neutral kind of route. And I mean, yeah, because they don't really have much of a gender. They are literally a bunch of body parts smashed together. So I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll go with that. And I'm getting off track. Back to the design. So I decided to give them more gender neutral clothes. I decided to chop their hair and kind of shave the side as like a little funsy. I also decided to give them like lightning bolt earrings because I feel like that'd be like a fun way they'd be able to actually charge themselves. So instead of like the neck bolts that you see in like the classic Frankenstein, you got earrings. Yeah. And I also decided to give them like two-toned green skin instead of like just all one color green skin, because I felt like that would actually be a lot more fun. And of course, 2 different color eyes, gotta do it. It's a funsy and also shows more. Bunch of body parts mixed together. A lot of fun. And I also decided to give him the prosthetic leg because, yeah, that'd be fun. Alright, and that's Frankie, and now we're gonna go to Cleo. Alright, and last but not least, Cleo to Nile. So, at first I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do with her, per se. I definitely know I wanted to keep her original personality from Gen 1, kind of like have that rich girl kind of vibe, thinking she's all that, top school, all of that fun stuff. but still be genuine with her friends and willing to help them out if need be, even though she can sometimes be a little bit selfish. So for her design, I decided I wanted to give her a more curvy build because I felt like that would be a lot more fitting with her, considering the fact she's royalty and maybe she would have access to money for certain things like special kinds of workouts to kind of like accentuate certain assets. But we'll go with that. And with that, maybe also with her design, I could see her maybe getting like very trendy clothes, kind of like the tube top and baggy pants that I got going for her. I've noticed that's like a really big trend nowadays, or it's becoming more of a trend. And I also wanted to give her very specialized shoes that are kind of like tennis shoes, but are heeled and also has gold on it. I don't know. I don't know shoes that well. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have like a few pairs, but like I'm not obsessed with shoes. So, yep, just gold expensive shoes. She's very big into shoes. And I also decided to give her a few pieces of gold jewelry, some with like little teal accents, like the earring I gave her, one of them is teal jewel, kind of relate to like the jewel she had underneath her eye at one point. I thought that would be a really nice nod to the original design, and you will also see later that I gave her a amulet of a teal scarab that's the same color as her earring, and that is supposed to be the thing that is essentially keeping her quote-unquote alive, because scarabs, as I've researched, are actually symbols of resurrection in Egyptian mythology. And as I found, I thought this would be a really good idea if maybe like a long while back, so like before she even went to college, that when her and her family got resurrected, it was the scarabs that kind of brought them back to life once the sunlight hit their tombs. Yeah, there we go. Yep, hit their tombs, and they kind of like allowed for the scarab to light up and bring it back to life. But yeah, that's Cleo. Alrighty, and with that, we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been working on this for a long while, probably a little bit longer than I wanted to. But you know, it is what it is. I still got it out. I still got it done. So we are good there. If you guys want to see anything more like this, or if you liked animation that I did before this video or the few others that I did with my characters, please do let me know in the comments below. I will read every single one of them, and I will take notes to a great degree. Also, if you do like this video, please smash that like button. If you want to see more that I'll hopefully do in the future, please hit that follow button and smash that bell, so that way you know when I'm gonna be posting stuff. Because I'm definitely gonna try to do a lot more with this channel. I really want to do more with this channel later on in the future. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Be safe, drink some water, get some sleep, and may the stars light your way.